Hello, hello. Testing, testing.
Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold. Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't work, truth don't lie. The games are done, the mask fell off. No more lies, we had enough. You played with fire, now taste the flame. This time, we're naming names. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. You called us threats, you called us extreme, but we remember everything. From 24 and beyond, take your bets, 'cause guess what? We ain't done yet. Faithful, fuck around and find out. Your kingdom's crumbled, your luck ran out. Faithful, no more games, no more doubts. You lit the fire, now it's burning you down.
Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Day Trade Options. If this is your first time here, I have been off for a couple of weeks. I had some issues with my vertebrae in my neck, which was causing me to have a pinched nerve in my median nerve, and I was in some excruciating pain, but I did have a surgery. I'm recovering. Got my first appointment tomorrow. So far, everything went pretty well. Fingers are still numb, but I think everything will be good in the near future. But anyhow, welcome, welcome, welcome. I trade in Anchored LRC Strategy. That's something I discovered for me quite some time ago. For anyone that is new, if you are new, just go back, take a look at some of my videos. I use a long LRC, which I draw manually. You have to draw those manually for them to be accurate. I use the Anchored LRC, which I will zoom out right here and show you what that is. It's all of these lines right here. It looks like a lot, but they matter. It is a big deal. It is an incredible way to trade. I have been so very successful. I can't even put it into words. And I'm hoping to. I want to share it with as many people as I can. And with that said, I do have a Discord that I trade live every day. If you are interested and want to be in a group and trade live, come in, join us. There is a paid membership for that because there's a lot more that goes into it than just having a group. But I provide I provide support resistance levels every single morning for the group, which those are the levels that you see on my chart right here, and also just analysis throughout the day. I call out, I do not stay all day. I want to make that very clear. I make my profits at the best times that I can make them, and I move on. I usually usually the group is done around 11:30, about lunchtime. I I typically leave, go grab lunch. If there's a reason to come back, like about a week and a half ago, man, the after around 12:30, 12:40, 1 o'clock, that was when the market was at its best. The choppiness had went away, so a lot of the members in the group would come back and come in and just tear it up after 12:30, 12:30, 1 o'clock. Um, so anyway, I just want to let you know that I trade live. I do not show my chart though. I know a lot of people ask that. Because when I'm trading, I may not even have the chart up that I'm actually taking trades on, because if you look at my entire strategy, the way I use it, I'll try to explain it really quickly and then I'll get into all of my trades. Today's trades, they were really good. I did have one loss. Again, stupid trade, but that's what happens when you take make dumb decisions. But anyway, so what was I getting to? The I lost my train of thought. So anyhow, I'll get into my trades, and if I remember what I was talking about, I'll just get back to you guys on that. Um, so first trade of the day, I went ahead and did an outline of all my trades. So my actual first trade was Tesla. That was my loss on the day. This is my loss. So this is what, whoops, this is what happened. Um, I'll kind of give you an idea of what I was looking at. I saw that Tesla was rejecting the 256, and I knew that Tesla had some bad news coming out of Europe or wherever, saying that the deliveries were behind and it was making gonna affect the company. So because of that, I was really kind of biased. I was expecting a big drop. And the one thing, if you're trading, if you guys are trading Tesla, just be careful. It could have been an amazing trade today, and I'll show you where it should have been traded. Um, and the absolute best entry, and it would have been perfect. You would have hit all the targets that man, it hit many of my targets. So but here's why I got in at one. You can see what I wrote. um I can't spell smart. Blame it on some of the drugs that I'm on because of the surgery. Okay, so it was risky. I knew it. I called it out. I let the group know, hey guys, I'm going to hop in this. I'm going to try to catch this for a move all the way to 250. And then I wanted to, see if it got below 250 and went even further down. So I waited for this candle to finish. I hopped in as soon as this candle went past the close of that candle. I traded it just like I trade most of my 20 EMA or 200 EMA crosses, or my Anchored LRC cross. And if you see flickering, I have a light going out in my fan, so I apologize for that if it's disrupting the video. Anyhow, yeah, there it goes. And so anyway, I got in here and I got in. I can't remember how many. I think I got in like 8 puts or whatever, and I ended up taking my loss on this candle where it came up and then closed above the 256. That's what you have to do. You have to manage your risk. And one thing I can tell you guys, any new trader, even existing traders, because we've all been there. I've traded for years, and you think you know it until you think you know things until all of a sudden you see what you missed. Risk management, I would have to say, is number one. That's it. Risk management is number one thing that you should work on. That's it. The rest will work itself out. If you have a stop loss or an area where you want to stop out and then you don't stop out because you're like, well, if I give it more room, I'll just, I won't have a loss. That is the worst thing, man. I can tell you from experience. That's how you get deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper in debt and lose your account. Just have your rules, stick to your rules, and you can be successful. But I use the 20 and the 200 EMA. I didn't say that earlier for the new people. The yellow is my 200 EMA. My green that turns red is my 20 EMA. Also, by the way, in my Discord, all of my indicators and everything, my workspace, the whole 9 yards. I don't know if you can get the workspace anymore. I think Charles Schwab messed that up, but you can get all that for free. Um, and or just DM me or you. And also, I was going to say my Discord. I also have a free membership as well. You can come in, hang out, ask questions. I'll do what I can to help you. I help everyone that asks for it when I have the time. I've been really down and haven't been able to do much because of my surgery here lately. So I apologize for all the people that have asked and I haven't been able to help, but I will get to you guys. Um, so the best entry would have been right here. You had your break of the 264 level again. Now remember, these are levels I put in. These are levels that I go in and give every morning. And 273 was a pretty significant level. It just went right through that thing. It didn't even. It came back and retested a little bit, but man, it flew right through it. Um, but your entry here would have been a move up, a pullback, right there, boom. That would have been your best entry. That's where I would have entered this that trade for the upside. I would have taken profit. I would have taken scaled out to see what would have happened. It looked like this thing. I would have scaled out on this candle because it got right to my 273. Next candle came down, went straight through it. So no reason to get out. Um, next exit would have been next scale out would have been at the 277 level. And then you may have wanted to just get all the way out because that would have been a banger of a trade in any event. You could hold and see if it gets above, but I have I also have two ways that I do trade when I'm using the 20 EMA and I get into a trade. I will, my conservative way of trading is I will exit with two consecutive reds. Then I wait for the pullback to the 20 EMA. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here's a great example right here. Happens all the time. So this is such a great. Now, oh wait, my conservative when I exit with two reds is only when I'm really extended, when price is so far away from the 20 that if it has to come all the way back to the 20 to touch it like way down, that's going to take away too much of my profit that I've already made. So I make a decision at the time when I'm watching it. If the 20 is really close, like right here, see like this is a good example of a close. I got two reds. Why would I exit there? I'm literally going to use the 20 EMA as my stop loss. So I wouldn't exit here. I wouldn't take my profit off the table here. I would wait and see what it does. If it gets here and it comes down below and goes two reds below the 20, then I would get out. But because I'm so close to the 20, I would hold this. I wouldn't exit or take it off the table. In this case, I would exit here. Oh, my conservative trading strategy. I would just like boom. And I make a decision I don't know what I'm going to do during the day. It kind of depends on how the market's going, but I will exit on the second candle. And then what I'll do is I'll wait for a pullback, pullback, pullback. If I get a green and then a green over green, I get back in the trade sometimes. Usually I'm already profitable enough on the day that I don't have to worry about that stuff. But this is exactly it, right? So let's just say you exit on the second red here. You wait for a pullback, you get a pullback to the 20 EMA, you get your green, your entrance is right here where it crosses the open of this green. This one I wouldn't have done. I would have got in on that one, this hammer candle. Why? I would not trade in to a support resistance level. No way, no how. Not going to do it. Stupid. I've lost too much money attempting it. Would it got me in a little sooner? Sure, but I don't have a crystal ball. I do know that this matters. That's my crystal ball, right? So I know that 277 level matters, and that could have went straight down. This is going to be a long video. I can already tell. Um, okay, so next trade, Amazon, really good, easy trade. I made $500 on this. Oh, Tesla, did I tell you how much I lost? I lost 625. So that sucked, but hey, that's okay. I still made almost 3,000 today, so very good day today. Um, And I have to say the group is absolutely killing it, man. I'm love. It's just so much fun. It's so cool. Um, we're getting some big numbers being put up by the guys. So and the girls. Actually, the girl Nix is. I think she's killing it. Shout out to Nix. You're doing amazing. Keep it up. Um, so Amazon took 10 calls at this break right here. So you can see what I was looking at. I had a 190 level. I came down, tested like the 187 pre-market, shot up through my 20, my 200, came back down, retested my 90, pushed up, and when I went across this consolidation right here, these tops, that's when I entered. So I entered 10 calls. I got my move right away, which was awesome. I always like to be in profit really early. I did not scale out at my red LRC, and I'm not so sure why, other than mm, maybe something else going on in the market. I think I was complacent. I was busy. I was talking. I was doing this. Next thing I know, I'm all the way up here, and I'm like, okay, I'm taking two off. Sometimes it's better to not be watching your P&L and just kind of let the the trade work for you. Um, and then I did take three off right here. Why? This gray line? This gray line, I know there's so many lines. It seems busy, but once you learn it and get this feel for it, when you're on a 2 minute chart, it's not so bad. Sometimes it gets a little busy, but this gray line is one of my long LRCs, guys. I draw if you don't know what that is, it'll be in the link in the description. There's a video to show you how I set it up, how I use it. Um, and they are very important. I will never trade without them again, ever. They're that good. So also I was swing trading a little bit with them, and I had I think a 4 for 5 win rate on the swing trades. The one that I lost probably wasn't as much about the anchored LRC or the long LRC as much as it was about my not paying attention to other issues. But so anyhow, I scaled out three here at the long LRC touch, and then I went ahead and exited because I assumed, which it makes a lot of sense when you start going back and looking at your long LRCs. I assumed that this was going to move to the next right back down. Like that's its pivot point. A lot of times that's what happens. That's why I respect the long LRCs. Um, so don't confuse the long LRC with the anchored. The anchored is what we trade with every day. It's on all the charts. The long LRC I put in manually, and I provide those to the group as well for the most part, as much as I can. Um, Next one, SPY. So I use SPY to trade SPX. And, this is where my strategy is using the 20 EMA as my trend, as my stop out, my guide. I need two red consecutive closes um, underneath the or above or below. Two consecutive closes above or two consecutive reds below. If I'm in an uptrend, if I'm in calls, if I'm in puts, I want two consecutive greens. You get it, right? Over the 20 EMA. And if you just get a push down below, just wait, see what the next candle does, stay in. So if I had stayed in from this point, which what my entrance was excellent here, I like where I got in. We came in, hit the 555, pushed up through the 20. I do not like trading into the 200. Okay, so if you're in our group, in my group, and the 200 is above, you're typically not going to see me trading into it unless I have a big gap in like price maybe coming back down to it. Typically, I don't do it though. I've just found that it's best for me to stay consistent long term is to just not do it. So that's how I trade. I wish I hadn't got out here, but because we did get to the 560 and what other things were happening in the market, we had other stocks hitting their levels like Meta and Microsoft, and they were starting to reject as well. So I exited my last two. I did make 14. Oh, oh, excuse me, sorry. I mean, I swear I get tired every time I start doing my videos. I made $1,490 profit on this trade. So SPX is it's amazing to trade. It's hard to trade, but not with this strategy. I swear. I mean, there's times when I FOMO out. I do. I think we all do it. We're all human. You get emotional. You look at it and you're like, I'm just taking profit. You don't want to take a loss, you know. But so the point that what I want to tell you though is if you are willing to risk the amount of money that you're willing to risk, if you followed the 20 EMA rule, I would have got in here, or if I had today, if I got in here, I would never have even got out until right here. Why? One consecutive close below, two consecutive close below. That's where my exit should have been. Um, then the next entrance would have been this retest, push back up. Now this is a red candle, but it was green when it crossed above this one for a brief moment. So we got to trade it just like it's real, right? We don't know that this was going to be green or going to be red, but when it crossed above the top, that's where I would have got in. And then you just have to hold as long as you don't close below your 20 EMA. Your next exit would have been over here. So if you see, it's a very powerful way of trading, guys. It really is. It's an easy way to trade, easy way to make money in this market. All right, so next trade I had was Qs. Okay. Oh, by the way, I also started a small account challenge, so to speak. We'll call it a challenge. And that is going very well. Started it last week. I wasn't feeling great, but I was trading it. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of tough. Today it was funny. I'll show you when I started trading it. It's kind of wild. I um I was trying to manage my big account and then my small account. I wanted to trade it too, and I had both up, and I'm sitting here going, so I was focusing on my large account. But I did end up saying, okay, I want to trade the small account, and I waited for two setups. I got in SPY, and I got in um, IWM. So last week, I think it was Wednesday, I started. I think it was Wednesday. I started trading the small account, and it was $600. I have grown it to 1,300 and like 40. I think $1,345 as of today. Um, so pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm gonna try to double that account every week. So I've got a lot of work, my work cut out for me this week, um, or next week. So if I can get around almost three, it'll probably be close to 3,000 is what I'll have to have by the end of next week. We'll see if I can get there. So anyhow, Qs. I entered here. Now this one's going to be confusing. It's going to make people go, wait a minute, why did you stay in this? And there were other parameters going on. One thing I noticed, and this is what I was telling to the group, I only held this because I noticed that the 20 EMA was the beast right here, right? At any moment, no question, this could have went against me. And I was willing to risk it. And in trading, you have to have convictions, right? You have to stick to them. So what I did, I entered here. My mistake is I probably should have waited for a break and a retest, guys. Just one thing to tell you, it's riskier to take the breakout move like this, like a break over and then the next candle move up when you're going over big levels or support and resistance, what I call key levels, right? Um, it's really, really, really much more important to see an actual get above, a pull back, and then a final move above, which would have been right here. This entrance, that's the best entrance would have been there. Um, Honestly, the most safe, best entry would have been it breaking this structure to the left right here on that candle. But I didn't get in there. I got in here. I got in 10 calls, but when it came down and touched the 20 EMA, I just told the group, hey, I'm adding five. and or I don't know if I told them the number, but I'm like, hey, I'm adding to this, and then it came down and hit it again. I was like, I'm adding to it again. Why not? Because the 20 EMA is going to be my exit, guys. And here's where it got a little shady. So I needed two consecutive reds. Well, I did get two consecutive reds, but keep in mind when I say two consecutives, I mean two like down below. I don't mind taking my loss. I don't mind taking the loss at all as long as my plan or my trade did not work out. However, while all of this was happening, I was watching SPY, ES, Meta, Apple. They were like everything was moving up, right? So um, again, to the new people, I have two. I trade with four monitors. My two upper monitors, I call them my grids. I have 12 stocks on each of those grids, so I'm watching 24 at all times. That has everything to do with every trade I take. So it's really very important to make sure you're not just taking trades based off of some micro this one stock. There's so much that's involved in trading. You need to be paying attention to SPY, ES, NASDAQ, Meta, Microsoft, Google, all of the stocks that make up the biggest part of the market, right? You want to see what they're all doing. Are there outliers that may take off and go a different direction? Sure. But for the most part, what helped me stay convicted here was two things. One, this little closed right at where I was going to have my loss anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch what the next candle did. When the next candle started going down, I was really close to getting ready to exit because if this had closed red down here, I was gone. I was out. It closed green. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold, guys. I'm not hopping out. Um, but I added five more to that trade. I don't know why that says two, but oh, I see what I did because I copied the two part. So anyway, I added five more. So I was in this pretty heavy. And as soon as I finally got and this is where I FOMO'd a little bit. As soon as I got this big push, I went ahead and took, I think I took, how many did I take off? Oh, I didn't say how many I took off, did I? Added five, added five, added five. Did I delete? I think I deleted part of my writing. I think I did. Okay, so five, I think I took 10 off. And then six, I took five off. Seven, I took five. Yeah, and then eight, I took five. So I took all of them. I think it was in that order. I had it written out. I must have deleted it by accident. So anyway, either I took 15 or 10 off on this push, and then I just worked the rest out to the very end. And this was my target. I told the group that was my target, and so I got to my target and I exited. Could I have got back in later? Sure. Look, easy. You came down, you retested the major level, you pushed above the 20 EMA. Entrance is right here. Hold until you get two closes right here. Boom, two consecutives below the 20 EMA. Or honestly, you're in so much profit here. Just get out at this green LRC and then you're done. Look, green LRC rejected perfectly. So anyway, there's a whole lot of ways to trade this strategy. Um, as far as like entries, exits, how you want to scale out, how you want to run your stops. But ultimately, if you are struggling and you are trying to get a good strategy that works, this one does. I have tried everything. This is the only thing that to me is consistent. Day in, day out profits. I think that's everything. Yes, I think I went over everything with you. Oh, nope, I didn't go over. Did I go over TSM? I don't think I did. So TSM, I took 10 calls at the break of the support level. And what I did here is this came up, it hit my red LRC, came back down, but you could see the buying pressure coming in, pushing back up off the 200 EMA. and I decided that once I cleared the top of this the high of that red candle, I was hopping in 10. I did, and it paid off. I did have a pullback right here, which was kind of gross. It put me back down. I was in a tiny bit of profit because I took 5 off up here, but I held. I took 2 off or 3 off. My numbers are messed up here. I didn't scale off 10. I scaled. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, because I added. That's right. So I'm incorrect. I I took 10 calls here. I forgot when this cleared this consolidation to the left. I added because I was expecting this thing to go up at least to here or to the red. I wanted to get it to 171. It did get there eventually. Um, but so I scaled 10 off on my 3, and then I scaled the last exited the last 5 at 4 when it started going down. When I saw it rejecting the LRC, the long LRC, that's when I got out. So that was my TSM trade. my Why does it have that second? I must have opened a second one somehow or something. Um, so IWM, great trade today. Waited for it to set up. Got in it right here on this move right there with the small account. Held. I exited. I re-entered. I could only get a few because it was a small account. So I bought 2. I scaled 1 here. I held. I bought another one here. I exited there. That was it. It was 68 bucks. Wasn't a lot. I had to buy, what I could buy with the account. And then I did similarly the same thing with SPY. So you guys can do the same thing with a small account, large account. You just trade it how you want to trade it, right? Um, SPY was the same thing. It was just a hair. I think it was, no, it was before the IWM. So SPY was right here. I got in on this consolidation break right there. I entered 2 and I rode it to here and I exited for like 68 bucks. It was one of these. I just exited. So the funny thing is both of my trades for the small account were exactly $68. Go figure. I don't know I don't know how that happened, but anyway. Um so guys, thanks for coming by. Sorry I haven't been around for a bit, but yeah, I'm just recovering. I'm doing better. Not, it's not too bad. Got some issues with some numb fingers, I think, from the swelling in my neck because of the surgery. So hopefully in about another week or 2 weeks, I'll be at 100%. That will be awesome. They actually had to fuse my C6 and C7. So anyhow, guys, I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you were green. If you have any questions or are interested in this strategy, please do not hesitate to come by the Discord or shoot me a comment. Let me know if you are interested or if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to help you. And I will not ever reach out to anybody. I will not friend you. I will not offer you courses. I will help you for free. If you want help, just ask. Do not fall for any scams. I will not offer any type of service, and I sure as heck will not trade your account for you. I'm surprised that so many people still fall for that. That's just lunacy, and it's sad that people take advantage of people, and people are that gullible. It's sad both ways. So, anyway, guys, um, I will see you on the next video. I'll try to put a new one out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Take care.